Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing? You probably have delayed data. That is what that sounds like to me. I just cut myself off before I decided to go on tilt. I was frustrated by the price action. I just knew myself well enough to know that it wasn't a good day for me to trade, so I just hopped off. About to take profit at 10 million. Congratulations, man. TJ, what's up, bro? I'm on NQ, man. I'm well versed on how to trade. I appreciate it though. Waiting for the market to open. No, CJ, we just fired it up. Just started. Swept that London high and turned around perfectly. I would anticipate this taking the London low, but ES is bouncing right off of the midnight there. John, what's up, man? Live in Raleigh, right up the road. Right up the road. Colton, I think you probably know what my thoughts are on. I refrain from speaking about individuals that I can't speak positively on, and I'm going to refrain from speaking on him. If that answers your question. How'd you mark the levels? I use the ICT kills and pivots indicator. Right here. Not that. That's definitely not it. This right here. Rome, what's up, man? And then I use the ray tool to mark everything out. It blew my damn funded yesterday trading shop. See, that's why I got off, T. Scott. That is exactly why I got off. Because I could sense the frustration in myself with the way things were going. Zach, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. John, there are times when I do, yes. Yesterday, I could feel that coming on. This is going to sound weird. This is why I encourage people to journal as much as possible. I know myself well enough to know when I feel a certain physical way, my ears get hot, I get certain physical cues that tell me that I'm getting very frustrated with price action, and I know when to shut it down. And that's yesterday I was feeling that. Um, so best to just shut it down and come back another day. Because I don't care how long you've been trading, man, you are susceptible to making catastrophic mistakes if you're not careful. The difference between somebody who's been doing this a long time and is profitable and somebody who's not profitable is not that they don't have emotions or that they don't have feelings. It's that they know how to respond to those feelings. I appreciate it, Rome. How long you been trading? 5 years. Halfway through my 5th year right now. Snagged a couple of moves last night on that Asia session. Anybody else trade Asia last night? This is like the 3rd day in a row that I've done that. Asia's just been giving us some good moves. Caught a little 355 in one of the Lucid accounts, and I also in the TradeC account. I can't show you. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how to format this TradeC to be able to show you this better. But caught 616 on the fresh funded. I'm trying this new firm called Funded Seat. So first trade on that account, the funded, and caught a little 616 action on it. 5 micros. Didn't want to go too aggressive. Made 7K 3 days ago at New York session. I was trying to get more. I lost all my accounts. Yeah, chasing, man. I was talking about it yesterday. I heard a guy say the 4Fs are what you can pretty much attribute every loss to. The 4Fs. And I wrote them down. Fear of being wrong, fear of losing money, fear of missing out, and fear of leaving money on the table. If you can control those 4Fs, I feel like you're a dangerous weapon on the charts. How do you manage your emotions? You got to be able to identify when you are feeling those negative emotions that could potentially impact your trading and shut it down. Go do something else. You have to do it. I didn't start making any real money until last year, in my 4th year. I mean, I had taken some payouts here and there. I had taken some withdrawals because I started on personal capital. I had taken some personal withdrawals here and there. Took a couple of big withdrawals. I got really lucky on some shit coins, some crypto. But in terms of consistent profitability, that didn't happen until midway through last year. Can you say the 4Fs again? The fear of being wrong, the fear of losing money, the fear of missing out, and the fear of leaving money on the table. Are you just watching the market before taking action, or did you take action and we were watching? Josh, I'm waiting for the market. The market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes I'll take a pre-market trade. This would have been beautiful to get involved with. I was doing other stuff, unfortunately. But this would have been something this would have been a pre-market move that I definitely would have been interested in getting involved in. But right now we're waiting for the 9:30 open. Speaking of, hey Rome, I'm still holding that Still holding that option. Let's see what that's looking like. Oh, it's sitting pretty. Look at SpaceX down here. Dude, I am sitting pretty in this trade. My gosh. I might close it here after the sweep of this. Holy moly, man. I think I'm up like 22,000 in this options trade. Yeah, I bought 10 puts on SpaceX. Not gonna lie, it's the first options trade I've ever taken. Young G, no, I was talking about an options position that I'm holding. It actually expires Friday, but I think as soon as the market opens today, I'm going to close it. Trading finally clicked for me yesterday. I don't know, man. It's like a wall that you just got to break. It's definitely a psychological wall. Yard Manny, what up? Those two pumps, these right here. The sweep of the London high short was, I mean, immediate rejection down on both. Like it would have been I wish I had been sitting here. We still have orders lower here. I hate that we're getting this move prior to market open because this tends to cause consolidation after the market opens, but hopefully it'll keep dumping. We'll see. You were a punk on that wick, couldn't hold. Dre, what's up, man? Price action was horrible today. Market hasn't even opened, man. How much lower do you think it'll go? I mean, we have plenty of liquidity down here. Who knows? I wish I knew. I'd be a lot more wealthy if I knew exactly how low it was going to go. Do you have a specific daily routine to stay disciplined? Yes, I do. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I've been struggling with it recently. Ever since I started having those health issues, I'm back to feeling great now, but kind of threw me off. But my routine is in bed by 9 or 9:15, sleep by 10, up by 6 or 6:15, around there. Definitely out of bed by 6:30. Usually go for a walk, get my coffee afterwards, sit down here, start doing an analysis of everything going on in the world and in the markets. And then after I get off the charts, I eat lunch, I go work out. I like to sneak a nap in there in the afternoon at some point. Then I like to do work on other things. I'm a big nap guy. Do you happen to have the winning lottery number 2? Could we encounter a proper AMD today? Always a possibility. Try to take longs out of the OTE of the most recent bullish leg up to the unmitigated 1 hour. Man, this was just, to me, when you get a sweep of a London low and you get a clear, strong move down right afterwards on both ES and NQ, I feel like you can pretty much expect the next target to be the next London low. This is how the market used to move during the last presidency. You could pretty much guarantee if we swept a London high, price would then move to London low. Or if it swept London low, the next move would be to London high. Or to Asia low or Asia high. It would bounce like that. Pretty much just did that. You could pretty much guarantee that's what was going to happen. Which VWAP do you use? I use the one on the chart here on TradingView. It's pretty much just default. I think I'm going to just change the color to blue. And then I use the true day on the book map. And it's anchored to the 6 p.m. open. Was it that easy? Yeah, it pretty much was, man. I mean, there was some, it wasn't every single day, but that was a lot more consistent like that. T. Scott, you got to learn from it and move on, man. I know the feeling, it can stick with you, but the more resilient you can become to that kind of stuff, the better off you'll be, because it's going to happen. If you took a payout on that account, especially if you took more than one, your ROI is pretty good, but still, you got to journal, learn from whatever it was that caused you to blow it, and move on. I do go live every day, yes. What do you think about order flow? I like it a lot. I trade it. Order flow and momentum combined loosely with ICT. Commissioner, what's up? Appreciate that, Ruben. Appreciate that. This is in queue, yes. Can I explain why longs failed? We swept London high, and price decided it wanted to go for London low. If you had been watching Bookmap, I went back and looked at the data on Bookmap. You can scroll back and see that it became very clear on Bookmap. That's why Bookmap is just such an essential tool. When did you become profitable? I started making consistent money, serious consistent money last year, around this time last year. Live except Thursdays a while ago. Yeah, I had a class on Thursday at 8 a.m. No more class on Thursday at 8 a.m. now. And when he's too shy to show the dogs. Think it'll fill the 4 hour and go short again? I mean, I think we're going to continue lower into this area here. I could be wrong. Don't let me forget to close this options trade as soon as the market opens. Ask about the dog. Think, well, what else did you put on there, Evan? I got a couple things in my head, but I'm interested to see what else you put on that bingo card. Amir, I think it'll go down. Who knows what it'll do? My gut tells me we're going to continue to take out this sell side down here. Could be wrong. This could have been the accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution back to the upside. We'll see. PJ is not familiar with the dog lore. Yeah, Zach, it's not usual, man, but I made a bonehead move and I broke my espresso machine. Definitely am not a fan of energy drinks, but until I get a new espresso machine, it's going to have to suffice. I don't know how much he was paying attention to that. I didn't even ask him about that. ICT, what's up? We do have a lot of lows below us that haven't been swept. Failing to break. What is keel? I'm not familiar with that. Stepa. Want to get one that grinds up whole beans. Yeah, that's the one I have. I don't know if you can see it. Put my head right in the way. Back there, under the light, but it's a Breville, very nice. But I did something massively dumb when I was trying to. It needed beans and water, and I was distracted doing other stuff, a ton of stuff on my mind, and accidentally dumped the water into where the beans go. And that water filters, that bean thing filters down to where the grinder is and all the internals, and now it's just like it's not working. So I'm going to try to take it apart this weekend and hopefully get it working. I appreciate that, Isaac. Appreciate that. Looking for longs. Could happen. Swept that London low. Could get I think ES still has some push down left in it, but we'll see. I think this could be the zone in here. Verse of the day. Can't forget that. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. The Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. The Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. There's a prayer that goes along with this I like, pretty powerful. It says, mighty and triumphant King, please crush your enemies under your feet and liberate us and those we love from the oppressive and insidious attacks of the evil one and the horrible consequences of the sin he tempts us to swallow. Not only forgive and cleanse us, dear Father, but please guard our hearts so that we might gain strength to serve you with passion and power. In the mighty name of Jesus. It's a good prayer right there. I am a Christian, Nika. This is starting to dump down to the area that I was thinking here. Why is this happening 6 minutes before the open? Why can't this just wait? Just wait a second. Just give me a minute. Let the market open. I actually do sometimes, Kay. Unintentionally, it slips. Unfortunately, that is something I need to work on. Sometimes that is definitely one of my flaws. This is NQ. This is NQ 5-minute chart. Appreciate that, Zach. I appreciate that a lot, man. I do feel a lot better. JJ, why do you hope that we're bullish? Yeah, I had to get off. I had to get off yesterday. I could feel it coming. I could feel it coming. You got to know yourself, man. It's really hard because every fiber in you is like, one more trade, the next one's gonna win. And it's like, nope, not even gonna do it. Yeah, that shot right back up, didn't it, Raisin? Horizon, excuse me, Horizon. It'd be a heck of a push there, Everett. I'd rather long it up to that point rather than take it once it gets there, if that's what we're going to do. I still think these lows are going to get taken out here. Could be wrong. Yeah, Commissioner, I've worked nothing, I've worked only one other white collar job. The rest have been blue collar jobs my whole life. Went to a military high school. Definitely difficult to get a hold of that language. I'll tell you what really helped. I went to a rehab in Arkansas when I was like 16, and then again when I was like 21. And it was a Christian rehab, and you could not cuss. And if you did, for every cuss word that you slipped, or profanity or anything like that, was 1 hour of digging stumps. And you had to miss breakfast to do it. That'll get you to shape up pretty quick. Digging stumps, tree stumps, with one of those massive, like pry bars and a shovel. Yeah. Yeah, I was the stump master though. Me and my buddy Steven, we were stump masters. I think I have a couple pictures. I'll post one later of me holding up some of the stumps that I dug out of the ground. Honestly, it was peaceful. Just out there, first thing in the morning in nature, just digging up stumps. Dad was military. All his kids have sailing rounds. Yeah. 16 and 22. Yeah. So it's a fun journey. Waiting for the market to open. We got a minute and 15 seconds. Took a page out of the book hold. Yeah, that's probably where they got the idea. I can already see this is going to be, it seems like this is going to be pretty volatile. Yeah, I read the verse a day and the prayer, Zach. You missed it. It was 2 Thessalonians 3:3. The Lord is faithful and he will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. Five years ago, so I'm 33 right now, so 28. Proud of you too, Zach. Appreciate that, man. 30 seconds here. Everybody, we're going to stay very patient today. We're not going to tilt. We're not going to FOMO. If we miss a setup, we're just going to let it go and wait for the next one. Very patient. Worked a few jobs with the guys part of the Nitro Circus. That's sick. A lot of liquidity under us here on Bookmap. 680's hot. There's 680 as soon as I say that. Well, oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Done. Got it. Probably could have held a little longer. If this dumps, I think SpaceX dumps too. But we'll see. Ballas, what's up, man? You're 20 and stressing? Nothing to stress about, Dre. Plenty of time, man. I did. Yeah, I did, Zach. Appreciate you. That's sick, Commissioner. That's sick. ES took that London low. Barely. Heck of a pullback here on NQ. What were you doing at 20? A lot of drugs. Not what you're doing. Should you hold your SpaceX share? It's totally your call, man. I don't like to give advice on that stuff because I could be completely wrong. Look at this pump. Holy cow. Took that London low and just popped. I trade mostly NQ. Everett. I appreciate it, Zach. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we locked it in. Definitely. I definitely think this is going to go slightly lower. I think it's going to fill that. I'm talking about SpaceX. I think SpaceX could go lower, but I'm glad I closed it. Locked it in. Man, oh man. $200 points. $150.1 minute candle. 146 point. Let's clean some of this up. Can I explain the significance of London low and London high? Session highs and lows, like Asia high, Asia low, New York PM high, New York PM low, are draws on liquidity typically. It's where price typically wants to go. Wants to go from one draw on liquidity to the next. And those are seen as large draws on liquidity. It's where buyers or sellers are trapped. A lot of orders stacked in those areas typically. People getting out, people getting in. Somebody asked me, the person in the Discord who asked me about Bookmap in terms of my sensitivity and my volume dot settings, are you in here? Let me know if you're in here and I'll tell you what those settings are because I got them right here. A lot of liquidity above us here. I'm not on anything right now, Timothy. Do you trade ICT kill zones? Do you use ICT kill zones for the indicator? I do, yeah. ICT kill zone and pivots. Would have moved back down here. I told you I thought this was going to be dangerous today. Could tell how jerky it was pre-market. So many people are getting cooked right now, man. Did it tap the orb? I didn't even notice. Shit. You orb traders. Pushed well through it on ES. Tapped it perfectly on NQ though. Who took it? Quick 350 Zach, you took it. Phoenix up 500. Here's Bookmap if you want to plan accordingly. Five points. Okay, Everett. Okay. What about now? Still good. That was only 3.2, 3.5. Tweet something. You still holding it? There's orders under us here. $1,500, very nice, man. Two days in a row, very, very nice. Yes, looks insane to the upside. Is it just pumping? It's pulling back too. A lot of orders under, all the way down to 700 here on NQ. This is look at that 15-minute candle, dude. $207-point range on that 15-minute. And this is getting aggressive to the downside on Bookmap. Yes, Bookmap has a bunch of stuff above us. TP Smack, nice. That's ES, Everett. TP Smack, nice. You missed when I actually traded. This is just dangerous to me, man. Pre-recorded. Heavy book map under us here. Come down to these 70s potentially. That'd be really beautiful. No, we're sitting here in this. Need this to bounce down to here. Maybe even lower, to be honest, the way book map's looking. Don't give me this. Don't give me this bullshit. Water book just lit up to the upside here. Flashing so aggressive down in these 70s. Here's book map again. SpaceX is down 2% since I closed that. All right, out of that fucking trade. No, I was trying to show you the book map, man. I was in that short. Orders came in aggressively right after. I mean, I'm still looking at all these orders down in the 70s. I'm finding it very hard to believe we're not going to get down into that area. It's just volatile. 5 minute time frame. As soon as I fucking close the position, it starts heading that way. This is the kind of PA that is extremely infuriating for me. Here we go. Got a piece of that back. Hey, FLB, appreciate that. You out of here, Ballas? Off the charts? Thanks for being here, man. We'll see you. Caden, what's up? Sleepy. Good job, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, this is herky jerky. These 15-minute candles, man, are crazy. Up 900 on eval, 1K. Here you go. Very nice. Will, that first 5-minute candle was like 100 and, what was it? Or this first 15-minute candle, I mean, 240 something points. Buffalo's at work above me again. I have no clue why somebody has to stomp their feet that loudly when they walk around. It's so annoying. No, I'm not done for the day. Yeah, that was rough juiced. Oh, we're still down some in the other account, sorry. We're still down there. That's the other one. Just got 500 of it back though. Two different accounts. Appreciate the confidence there, Everett. JR, what's up, man? Got the feet yet again. Book math's like a cheat code. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the 1 minute. I was just measuring that candle out. This is the 5 minute right here. JR, what's up? What was the deal yesterday? I just hopped off. Got off before I could go on tilt. You got to know yourself well enough to know when it's time to hop off for the day. Frustrated with price. Oh, it's not a losing day until you're done. Tired of going on tilt when I low key have the skill. It's tough, man. The psychological part of trading is the toughest part. Yeah, so the sensitivity at the very top, if you're looking at the two like sliding bars at the top left of the chart, my contrast black cutoff is at 45 and my volume dots are at 33. No, I trade NQ and ES. I'm gonna switch accounts here. Sign into this other account. Oh, dude, they're stomping super loud up above me. And there's no one big enough in this apartment complex to make that much noise that I've seen. I mean, it literally sounds like they're, with every step, they're putting their full strength into every step. It's unreal. Can you hear it? No, it's not kids. This is a college. What do you mean, Dre? It's right there. And here. You can't hear, but you can imagine, yeah. It's loud. For no reason. I just switched accounts. That's why I hopped over to here. I'm going to trade this TPT account now. I could, but it would take up a lot more of the screen. I feel like the screen, especially over on the YouTube, is already super crowded. Limited with this format. Yeah, it's pretty infuriating. This is not stock options. This is NASDAQ futures. Make sure I'm on the right account here. Yep. Past eval right now, nice. Very nice, Everett. Like have it mirroring to trade. If I'm in a trade, it shows up on here. NQ's on the brink of collapse. And we're like 300 points shy of all-time highs. Should be at 20K. Nate, where are you getting that analysis, man? I'm not using TradeSync. I actually unsubscribed. That was $150 a month that I realized that I wasn't really fully utilizing because I'm sitting here either trading individual firms together or I'm trading individual accounts. So I just figured I could save $150 a month and not use it. I also was, if I had a bad day, I was blowing, instead of just blowing one account, I was blowing multiple. So that's why I switched over to just trading with this price action. I mean, you see what it's doing today, just trading one account at a time. It's got to sit on your hands, Mac. Just definitely got to sit on your hands, man. Is this a unicorn? On what time frame are you looking? On the 1 minute? It actually does look pretty good. You want that gap to be inside. I mean, you do have a small gap inside of it. Like if you were looking at, is this what you're looking at right here? With that 1 minute gap inside of it. Potentially, but the only reason I'm hesitant to take that, man, is the way the price has been behaving. We're also getting orders down into the 29,595 area, which would be down below this breaker now. I don't know. It could be worth a shot with low risk if you look for a dig back into this area down here into like the 29,553 area. Could be worth taking a shot at. See a plumbous block forming on the 1 second chart. Nate, I don't know that I can take you seriously after you just said that NQ should be trading at 20,000. That would be a crash. I can tell you are. No, I don't trade all 20 accounts at the same time, no. There's that 1 minute. But this is why I don't trust it, because I think I see momentum coming on the book map down even lower here, but I could be wrong. All three of my trades stopped out, dang. It's one of those days. NQ in April of 24 is at 17K. Broham. Do you think that we're about to dump a third, over 33%? You think a 33% drop is coming in NQ? I would say that at that point, if that were to happen, our issues would not be trading. We would have major economic issues. There would be absolute chaos. I hear what you're saying, but I just don't think that there's any plausibility to it. A lot of orders under us here. I mean, you could be wrong, man. You could be what's his name from The Big Short, and you could be out front of it, but I would not bet on it. This is why I was saying I wasn't interested in taking that unicorn, or I was hesitant if you were going to take it to be low risk, because it's just tons of orders now underneath us on Bookmap. And I might actually even jump into a short here in a second with low risk. Yeah, I don't see any sort of AI tech bubble pop. Can't wait to get out of these apartments, man. Orders down to 565 now. It's just we're getting these really, really strong pullbacks. I'll take a small stab here, see what happens. 65 would be a nice draw here. Above 690 above us, I think, is where I'm going to put my stop. And it's just immediately heading in that direction. That's not even close to what the Bookmap looks like. If this trade doesn't play out, it might be my last one. 65 is hot down low. These are supposed to be noise canceling headphones that I'm wearing. Immediately getting stopped out on this. All right. I don't know that I'm going to take another trade today, man. This is just not in my favor for some reason. You got fucking 1,000 orders underneath us here, down at 565, and then the order book immediately shifts to the upside as soon as I get into a trade. Excuse my language. Just one of those days. Nate, mute. Captain Hindsight over here. Yeah, there's tons of liquidity down here at the 65 level, and then the order book just shifts. As soon as I open the trade. Steve, I think you're right. I think it continues lower. It's just these pullbacks, man. Pulled right back to the true day right there at 29,725. Watch it just dump here. Orders it above the VWAP now. just got injected tremendously up in the 40s. What's up, Everett? It's 5 micros. 5 micros. I'll check it out, Zach. I'll check it out. Hope you have a good day, man. I appreciate that, Everett. I appreciate that, bro. I have a 49-inch monitor. Half of it's trading view, half of it's Tradebait. Oh, we're good, Hans. Yeah, we're good. We're still up. How is it hanging with PJ? He's cool, man. PJ's a good dude. PJ's a good dude. That $500 loss is on a TPT account. Take Profit Trader. This other loss, this 425 is a Lucid Flex account, and this is a Lucid Flex account. So we're net negative on the day. Net negative, $1,300. Premium's going to be $79.99. 1 week free trial. Recommended a couple months ago. I had, dude, Oliver Velez. I feel like I did, but I can't remember, man. I have the name still written down here in my notes. I always take notes when you guys tell me to check something out. I feel like I did. Yeah, I did. Black dude. Yeah, I did. I did check him out. I've only lost 100 on a single trade, but not gonna lie, looking how it is, I may call it. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. This is seek and destroy. Seek and destroy price action. I just took a huge L. I need to take a break. Yeah, DT, take a break, man. Take a break. You didn't even meet PJ when I was watching you. That's cool. Yeah, he's cool, dude. I was in his Discord when he first started that, and he actually had plans to move to my area at the time, so we had talked about getting together, and then he blew up, man. He blew up fast. But he put in work. I mean, he was posting 3-4 times a day on each account, doing what it takes, and trading very well. But yeah, he's a good dude. He and his wife. Would I live in Texas? I can't see myself living there, no. North Carolina, dude, is a very nice state to live in. You got the beach, then you got the Piedmont area, You know, people like to talk crap about the cities not being that big, but Raleigh's big enough for me. So is Charlotte. Um, and then you got beautiful, beautiful mountains, man. I think overall, in terms of what you get, North Carolina is it, and it's not crazy expensive like a lot of other states. Charlotte's okay. It has its, you know, it's like any other city. It's got its nice parts. It just depends on what income bracket you're in, what tax bracket you're in. We do not have mountains. We have the Blue Ridge Mountains. We have the Great Smoky Mountains. Yeah, we do. I mean, they're not the same as what you would get over there in Commie where you are. Where I live in North Carolina. I plan to come over there, Everett. Have you ever driven on the Blue Ridge Parkway? I have. Yes, comrade. This is NQ, yes. Paul, what's up, man? I have been to Jersey. I went for a wedding a number of years ago into Newark. Can't say that I have much positive to say, but it's. I think New Jersey is another one of those cities where it's like all dependent on. From my impression, it's very heavily dependent on your tax bracket. Newark was not for me. I've been to Austin too. It's okay. Not a fan of the geography out there. Newark's one of the worst areas we got. Yeah, it felt like it. Definitely felt like I needed to be strapped up. Just trading on the funded TPT Pro account. Just read something about market limits. Does that mean before I get stopped out, I have to close my position manually, as it says? I haven't heard anything about that, Alfie. No, as long as you have a stop loss, you should. They're very. You'd have to really do something stupid with a TPT account to get a payout denied or something like that. Like one of the only things that I'm aware of, trading news, I believe, and for sure hedging. So if you have one pro account and another pro account, and you're taking a long position on one and a short position on the other, 100% going to get you in some trouble. But I don't know anything about. I haven't heard anything about limit orders like that. There shouldn't be anything about that. That was another trade I took. Bouse got stopped out, and now price is going exactly where I was targeting. This line is what my target was. You couldn't tell I really dislike Toronto. The six, man. I'm up 400 in this, 420 in this Lucid account. Down 500 in that TPT account, and down 12 in this other Lucid account. So we're just sitting on our hands and enjoying the fact that price is now going exactly where I wanted it to. Yeah, no problem, Alfie. You're in Queens, New York. I got a buddy that lives in Queens. Actually, I've never met him in person, but he's somebody I've played video games with for like 10 or 15 years or something. Oh, Kill Bill. Headed to NYC right now, trading on the train. Full TP about to get smacked here. Just wanted me out of the market first. Can't figure out how to connect live data on Bookmap. Bookmap has heavy orders to the downside here, Jay. You go to settings, or no, excuse me, you go to help and then activate, and then you use your credentials. Or you go to connections and then you hit configure, Bookmap data, make sure that that's activated there. But in order to get the thing activated, I'm pretty sure you go to help and then go down to where it says activate and then hit activate and then use your credentials. Make sure you use the credentials you got for the data. I think you should have gotten data separately, like a login or something. Austin's your city, Ballas. That's right. I've heard about you hanging out over there. I've heard the rumors. You're hanging out at Cheer Up Charlie's is what I heard. Heard you were spotted there on numerous occasions. You guys remember when I said I don't like Toronto? Yeah, it's and there's full TP. I don't hate it. I just wish it never existed. Just had to stop me out first and then go. Lucid Flex do not have consistency in the funded stage. Yes, that's correct. It's 50% in the eval phase. All right, CJ, have a good one, man. Type of PA that tempts you into. There's a picture that I wanted to post. Let's post it this. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if you can see this very well. Let's see if I can get it to concentrate. Concentrate. I'm just gonna post it in the Discord. Look at this pump back up, dude. Holy moly. Guess who caught that long? Not me. Christian, I think you dropped somebody. I was so close getting in that short. Checkmate, it is one of those days that it's just like, I'm not even that, I'm not at all upset about being down. I mean, it's just one of those days. Just one of those days. It happens. I posted a video about that, about cutting trades early and stuff. I posted it on TikTok and Instagram. I think that's a good video to watch. Have I seen how volatile PA is today? Yes. Can I show the trade you took? Can you show the trade you took? Yeah. Right here. Was I in this short? This 565 level is what I had marked out. Got in short way early. Price immediately wicked out of it. Stopped me out. And then down we go. It is my code for all firms, yep. Harmonic? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Harmonic. There's a video I posted. Should check it out. Did you ever get the yips on your first PA account? For sure, man. I think most people, I think I know the first PA that I had two of them. I passed two top step accounts at the same time. And within a couple of trades, I blew them both. Within like 2 trades, 2 or 3 trades, I blew them both. It's just one of those things. I think most people will tell you you're going to blow your first PA. If you don't, man, you're an anomaly. There's such a psychological barrier to get over. Slap the dogs on the ground. But yeah, this is the trade that I took. I was trying to get this down here. Yeah, easy money. It's not a big deal, man. I know it feels like it, and you're like, holy crap, I worked so hard to get to the point where I passed the eval. That was hard to get to that point. I try not to take the wind out of people's sails, but I want to be realistic with people. Once you realize that the eval is the easy part, nothing about trading is easy, but really, in reality, don't get too high on your horse when you pass your first eval, because the real work has just started. You have taken, so on your Zip, on your first eval that you passed, you took a payout? That's awesome, man. What was the psychological barrier you felt with your first PA? It's just like, oh my gosh, man! All of a sudden, it's like, it's like there's real money on the line. I could actually do this. Like I could actually make money. You also get, at least for me, you get way too confident, and you forget what got you to the point. The careful analysis, the risk management, those sorts of things that got you to the point of passing the eval. And you get trigger happy, or at least I did. Still trading, dude, that's awesome, man. You're crushing it. Bottom tick that long, sold at 600. Crushing it, dude. Sold at 600, got out of it. Where's that NQ Nate, dude? Where did he go? I muted him, but if you're still in here, man, you were asking me, you were laughing because I took that short. I mean, the short played out like 120 points would have been TP on that, and it did go there. Just so we're clear, Daddy knows how to read a chart. It's just a question of timing. John, yeah, absolutely, man. So it's not that you're scared of blowing it; you're more confident in takedown trades. Yeah, I think that's what it was for sure, man. I was not scared of blowing my first funded or first two fundeds. It was more that way overly confident. Ballas was new. We've helped him become profitable. Yeah, it's just very. My trading view's lagging for some reason. Refresh it. It's just a herky jerky day. That's why I was sized down with 5 micros on one account. Had a lot of self doubt. Would close at a loss too early, and then the trade would play out. There's something to be said for cutting your losses short, but you also got to let them breathe. You know what I mean? There's a fine line there that you got to find. I could make the argument, and I definitely could make the argument that this trade that I allowed to go that far into drawdown should have been cut earlier. But I mean, the book map, you know, when I rely so heavily on book map and I trust it, it's hard for me to cut a trade short when I'm seeing orders flashing so aggressively in the direction that I want it to go. But sometimes you just gotta say, okay, if it does go back in that direction, I'll re-enter rather than continuing to hold this trade. A day, you should not want to prove to anybody that you can do this. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, man. Focus on the process and getting better every single day, and just let the results speak for themselves. And if you don't have money right now, I would recommend getting some sort of job that you can have. I mean, like I said many times, I didn't make any serious money from this until 4 years into trading. Some people get lucky and they do it within 6 months to a year. But either way, you need some capital to be able to cover your butt in the meantime. Hey, remove the red and blue arrows. Right click, go to settings. And then where it says trade execution marks here, turn those off. Under the trading tab, you go to execution marks, turn those off. Taxes and legal ramifications, don't let that scare you, man. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Especially if you're just taking prop firm payouts. It's 1099, super easy to deal with. I don't know how much to set aside for taxes. Depends on how much you're making, man. But I think I set aside 40% as a rule of thumb. Everything that I make, 40% of it automatically gets taken out and put aside. You need to ask a financial advisor, a tax, a CPA, somebody. You need to be in contact. As long as you're making some, when you start to make some serious money from trading, that's definitely the next move, is to get a CPA, and they can help you with all that stuff. Cut that long, I'm up $1 billion. Curious why you never see successful traders stacking 20 Apex accounts? You do. You do see them. I think the way that they have, I was talking with my guy about this last night. I got an Apex guy that I was talking with. Social media has done a good job of kind of creating some sort of negative stigma around Apex. I've had nothing but good things, good results with them. I've had two payouts denied, and I knew they were going to be denied because I violated the MAE rule. I was copy trading 2 fresh accounts with accounts that I had plenty of buffer in, and ended up violating the MAE rule back when they used to have the older MAE rule. Other than that, man, I've never had any problems with them. I don't have 20 of them right now. I did have 5 of them, and I blew those accounts, and I just haven't re-upped. To be completely honest, this month, it has not been a great month for me. So I've been de-risking and trading individual accounts. When you're trading with Apex, for me personally, I find it easier. Rather than trading 20 individual accounts, you typically copy trade them. And if I'm going to have 20 accounts that I'm copy trading, I want price action to be a little bit better than I've been, or my trading, I should say, to be better than it has been. So I don't risk. That's a ton of money just to dump. So that's the whole reason I don't have those right now. But I will. I think if you're staying consistent, you're taking consistent payouts, you definitely want to stack 20 Apex accounts. You can copy trade inside of Trade of 8. So if you have 20 accounts, you can group them all together and copy trade inside of Trade of 8. What I do when I'm on a red streak, I de-risk, I lower my risk, and sometimes if it gets bad enough, I do take a break. I think 2 or 3 red days in a row is a good time to take a break. What do I think about what? Well, I do trade through Trade of 8, yeah. I do. Yeah, I think TradeSync is best for if you're copy trading multiple different firms at the same time. No, you can't copy multiple firms on Trade of 8. You can do it through TradeSync. Yes, I execute on Trade of 8, yeah. I think if you're consistently taking payouts and you can reach max allocation with one firm, it's good to start spreading out to the others. I just use the buy market, sell market button and the exit at market and cancel button. I don't do any sort of charting or anything on Trade8. It's just an execution button for me, really. Yeah, I would try to stack up 5 lucid fundeds. I will tell you that I'm liking TradeC, man. And one of the biggest things I'm liking about it is because I'm such a I play keyboard and mouse when I play video games. I have been finding, I don't know, I find it very helpful to be able to just click a key to be able, like using hotkeys to open and close trades. I don't know if anybody else has ever felt that way. I use Alpha. I got some Alpha accounts. Actually, just had a payout from them a couple days ago. Like the hotkeys, like if you're a gamer, using hotkeys when trading is actually, for some reason, I feel more comfortable in doing that. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, I think you can do that on TradingView. It's just I don't want to execute through TradingView. Broke my rules. I'm down 500. I'm down 500 on one account, 1,200 on the other, and we're up 425 on that one account. So you're not alone, my brother. Yeah, TradingView does give the absolute worst feels sometimes. It does. Bounce off that 1 minute, push right back up. Used hotkeys for a while until my son put a market order in and blew 5 funded accounts that had 7K buffer. Yeesh. Definitely not ideal. Hungry, I just open the trade on there and then I set the stop loss and take profit here in TradingView. I just right click, put the orders there, and do it that way. Risking 333 to make 999. Nice, 999. You're short, I'm guessing. Correct. If you press buy or sell, it shows up on TradingView. If you have the accounts connected, you gotta make sure you're on the proper indice and your accounts are connected. There you go, Hungry. Love it, man. No, Matt, I'm pretty comfortable with the setup that I have. Bookmap, is my method to trading order flow. I just love the charting capabilities of TradingView. I'm super comfortable with it. Um, so I haven't really considered moving. I wouldn't recommend starting with a stock. I'd recommend starting with a futures instrument. I would recommend ES. There's a video pinned to my page, man, about exactly how I would get started if I was brand new to this. Definitely recommend checking that out. Exactly, Dre, exactly. Options is for when you have a lot of capital, yeah. Why ES and I think Q? I think ES moves less aggressively, smoother, less dramatic. Not always, but I think it's uh, easier to get started on. How do you tell when it's time to buy or sell? Based on your analysis, based on your order flow analysis, or my order flow analysis, based on market structure, volume, momentum, draw. Timing and impulse can definitely mess you up, man. July 5th. July 5th. If I ever yelled when I hit TP, no. Yeah, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate that. No, I am. We're just moving to the Discord. I posted a video about it. Correct, Dre. Correct. Definitely do not use your own money. Start with paper, and then move to a prop firm account. I posted. Go check the video out. I posted a video exactly how I'd get started if I was new. Shorts here soon. What is up with these bots, man? I wouldn't day trade stocks. I would day trade futures. Trump congratulates Mamdani on electing 3 solid communists in New York congressional races. What do you mean, a realist? If I'm broke and need to hustle, trade from the bottom to build my initial buy-in. If you're broke, I say get a job, man. This is not something that I would count on for a while. It took me 4 years to be able to rely on this to pay bills, man. Some people do it a lot quicker. I think I could have done it quicker if I'd gone through if I'd done it the right way. That's why I posted that video that's pinned on my page. But I still think it's going to take you some time, and you'll need some capital coming in from somewhere else, another stream of income. Yeah, some people take a lot longer than 4. So if you're trading like ES, or if you're trading the NASDAQ, or you're trading S&P 500, those instruments are a combination of a bunch of different companies. If you're trading just one company, the price action and movement is solely based on that one company. If you're trading NASDAQ or ES, the price action and movement is based on all these other companies combined. So I think it's more sustainable to trade like NQ futures or S&P 500 futures, which is ES. I love you too. Appreciate that. Yeah, the realist. I'd say stick with paper, man, for right now until you have 1 to 2 months of consistent positive results. Then I would buy an eval after that. I think you will save yourself a lot of money if you do that first. That's just my opinion. I trade till 11. Shop deals, yeah. Trade till 11 a.m. Eastern time. But they move slow. I don't know that I would call this slow, man. You got a 340, 350 point pump right there in the matter of, what is that, 30 minutes? Hey, there she is. Just waking up, I bet, after staying up so late streaming. You ever close break even or let it hit your stop? I definitely close break even. We had 2 break even trades yesterday. That's when I hopped off the chart. You're at work, okay. You still working at that golf shop? You're my favorite trader. I appreciate that. Yeah, no doubt. Make sure you check out that video that I have pinned, because I think that can be really helpful for you. He's mine. Title and escrow office, nice. Yeah, man, no problem. Biggest thing I can tell you, the realist, is take your time, man. Do not rush this, because I can promise you, I can tell you this from my own experience, and I feel like over the past week and a half, this has been something that I've been struggling with. The harder you push trying to make a certain dollar amount or hit a certain profit target, the harder the market's going to push back against you. So it's almost like what are those things, the Chinese finger traps, man. Like when you sit there and try to rip them apart, that's actually what locks your fingers in. This slow pull is what actually gets your fingers unstuck. That might not be a great analogy, but that's a lot like trading, where it's like slow and steady, consistency, not rushing it. That is what's ultimately going to get you making some serious money. Anything for me. Do you recommend any books? Yes. Best Loser Wins, Trading in the Zone. I have a one that's like Wall Street quotes that I like. Best loser wins and trading in the zone, I think, are two of the best. My boy Keenan is in med school at your college, but a huge school, you probably don't know him. I don't know a ton of people here, to be completely honest. He was way bigger before, LOL. You're meeting medium daddy. Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta do that to me? I was a lot bigger. What is my win rate? I think it's like 63% right now. I'm like 210. I've started gaining my weight back. My peak a couple months ago was right at 250. 250 was, I was just shy of that, and then I started having those health issues and I lost a ton of weight. But we're gonna build it back. We're gonna build it back, don't worry. Can I make the market dump? I wish. Yeah, Mark Douglas. Yep. I was actually more than 225. I was like 240 at that time. All right, Will, have a good one, man. Yeah, no major, nothing major. I didn't know that at the time. I thought it was some major issues, but nothing major has come of it. So we're good. We're on the mend. Still benching 135. Yeah, that's probably my max right now. Short at 880. Did you hit it on the head? Just shy of it. You think the manipulation down and the distribution back up? Is that what you're looking at? Strat do I use? I thought you said you love me. How do you not know that? I don't feel very loved. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a difficult week. Last week was rough too, man. Glad you're here though. Hate to hear that you're down, but you'll bounce back. You know how it goes. I trade order flow and momentum combined loosely with ICT. Six one, 215. 6'5", like 215 right now. 210, 215. Very, very light at the moment. Resetting my mentals, that's very important, dude. You guys are wild. I am 6'5". Yep. Still can't get over Claire saying that I'm medium daddy now, not big daddy. That's messed up. Shot to the ego for sure. She's not wrong though. Let's get shorts here. I would say no until there's a 5-minute FEG right here. I know that some of you in here don't trade ICT, but this 5-minute, wrong indicator. This 5-minute gap right here, I'd wait for that to inverse. You the birthday. Appreciate that. Backtesting, I would say TradeZilla is a phenomenal backtesting platform. It's not an app; it's a website. Um, there's other ones I think that it might be free or cheaper, but in terms of just the data that you get and the tools that you have, I think TradeZilla is one of the best. FX Replay, yeah, Hungry. I think that's the one I'm thinking of that might be free or cheaper. I've heard good things. I've never tried it myself. I also, once you develop a strategy, I want to say this. Once you develop a strategy, don't get crazy with the back testing. You can overdo it. I think it's helpful to develop a strategy and to really test it with data throughout the years, but don't get crazy with it. I crush paper, then go live and fail. Yeah. Got stopped out. Yeah, I was saying, I think the inversion of this 5, you need to wait. Yeah, TradingView is a little bit tricky to backtest with, unless you pay for the premium plan where you can get all the different things. I actually thought you were a girl. I didn't think you were kidding. You didn't have to clarify that, man. FX Replay, okay. Yeah, I've heard good things. Took the long off the 5-minute, done for the day. Very nice, man. Very nice. God bless you too. Hope you have a good day. Harmonic. $394 of drawdown left. One micro, man. Slow and steady. I took a live account from 150. I started with 500, went up to like 4 or 5,000, maybe even more than that. I can't remember. All the way down to 150. I think it was $156, and I brought it back up into a very nice number at this point. So you can do it. 394 is doable. Just depends on how much time you have to milk that. There you go, Zip. Have a good one, man. Yeah, try trading it back with one micro, man. Look at it like real money. I mean, if it's is this a eval or a funded account? If it's an eval, I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned. But if it's a funded account, I might try to milk it back. Nah, YOLO it. What indicators am I using? I have no indicators turned on at the moment. But these session levels, I mark out with the ICT kill zone and pivots indicator. I use this to mark my session highs and lows. And then I use the ray tool to mark those out, and then I turn it off. I am done for the day. I'm going to cut it off. It's 11. It's my time to shut it down. I'm going to stick to my rules. But I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be live. I'm going to have to cut the stream short tomorrow because I got a call. Actually, I have a call with TPT tomorrow. Talk to my guy over there at 10:40. So we'll be live tomorrow until 10:30. Love you guys. Hope you have a good day. If you're green, don't give it back. If you're red, don't make it worse. You know the deal. That other girl is not my girlfriend now. Love you guys. If you're new here, drop a follow. We're live every day. So we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. to do it all over again. We'll see you then. Love you guys too.